Hi, I'm Glenn Simpson, and I've collected comics for over 40 years, and I'm showing off my collection one box at a time. Today, we're looking at box number 69, dude. We're going to start with Generations, and we're going to eventually get into some Ghost Rider. So I'm so glad you're here. Please like and comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel when you do that. I'd really like to hear from you and hear what you think. But for now, hey, let's get into box number 69. All right, here we go. So we're picking up with Generations, a series of one-shots that they put out a few years ago with some time travel, timey-wimey stuff, and modern versions of heroes met, earlier versions of heroes, stuff like that. So we, in this particular pack, get it? Anyway, Totally Awesome Hulk meets the Banner Hulk. And in that one, we've got Miles Morales going back in time and meeting a young Peter Parker. Let's see. Got Kamala Khan going back in time and meeting Carol Danvers when they were each of them was Ms. Marvel. Got Wolverine, X-23 Wolverine, going back and meeting a previous edition of Logan there, and some other stuff inside. Then we've got this Generations Forged, and which is actually the second book. They came out reverse alphabetically, so Generations Shattered and Generations Forged. And I don't know how far they were planning on going with this, but the general idea here was to a universe where the heroes all came out when they originally came out, and it was just that aging didn't happen, as so the Batman from the 1940s was the Batman that would always be Batman, and that kind of thing. So it was they created this universe. Some people thought that that was what DC was saying that they were going to be in the main universe, but I don't think we're still seeing a sliding time scale and things like that. So I don't think that's the the real universe, how it's going to go, or how it's going, as it were. Now we get into Generation X, the most popular and famous of the Generation books, I guess. This one is an X book. This is Emma Frost and Banshee opening a school for mutants. Emma Frost is, the former White Queen, or she's still the White Queen, I guess, but she's trying to do good, and Jubilee comes over to this school. Of course, this is the -1 issue, or -1, that a lot of the books had, telling a story from before the first issue. So there you go. But of course, the actual, and then there was a wizard, 1/2, right there. Some characters on it. We got Chamber, got Husk, and so I'll talk about some of the others. Skin. There's something to be said for this was probably the first time they're dipping. I mean, I know Nightcrawler's not pretty, but to dipping into really, characters, well, or at least furthering the idea that not every mutant is pretty, So here we got Skin, Chamber, Banshee, White Queen, Jubilee, Sync, who could copy the powers of anybody, M, who was super strong and fast and psychic and all kinds of stuff like that. Cut off here is Husk, who is Cannonball's sister, who can tear off her skin and reveal like an armor, or whatever kind of body she needs to do whatever she needs to do. So that's Generation X number 1. We got Generation X number 4. Of course, this is all, what's his name? I forget his name. The artist here. Good stuff, though. There. Chris Bacalo. That's it. Chris Bacalo. Bacalo. Issue 6. I'm sorry, issue 5 right there. Sometimes I have a smattering of different versions. They were doing these deluxe versions with, and I honestly can't even keep it straight what was different between the basic version and the deluxe version and stuff like that. But sometimes they say deluxe and sometimes they don't. I think some of the paper was different. That one, we jump to, they weren't real big on putting the numbers real big. Issue 12, right there. And then, this is a series without a lot of big keys, and a lot of, got Emplate, the brother of M. See, she's M, he's Emplate. Kind of a vampire, a mutant vampire. Feeds on mutants. Issue 20. Skin and Chamber. On the run, on the road. Chamber, of course, being a young mutant with energy powers that unfortunately blew out the front of his face when he first used them. Issue 20. Issue 21. Got Howard the Duck visiting, or the guys, or wherever Howard the Duck was. More Chris Bacalo art. 21. Issue 28. Team running into this guy who enables people to live their dreams, going into a dream state, which is, I think, what everybody's doing. On the cover. 28. Operation Zero Tolerance crossover. This is one of the first big lets the government is, or some entity is out to get all the mutants in a very organized, major way. Kind of thing. Got issue 36. Jubilee on a wacky adventure, hanging out with a drunken ferret, if I remember correctly. '37. Larry Hama is on the writing. And this is oh shoot, who's doing the covers? Anyway, that's kind of a photo cover. I never noticed that before. That's a photo right there. And issue 40. Penance. Oh, the Dodsons. That's the name I was trying to remember. Yeah, early Dodson, Terry Dodson, Rachel Dodson. Penance, the sister of M and Emplate, who's kind of a feral critter. Issue 40. M turns into Penance, I think, at some points. Issue 41. Jubilee in a slasher film. There used to be an artist or an inker named Cabin Boy. Not sure. Always wondered what the story was on that. 48. Dodson cover. Cool. M versus Jubilee. 49. We've got a visit by Maggot, one of the new mutants that got introduced right around this time. He's like his digestive system is these two critters that jump out of him and devour whatever there are around, and then he absorbs them back in. It's kind of gross. 49 through 52. Some more Dodsons. Team getting some new costumes along the way. Spider-Ham. Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom? That's what comes to my mind. I don't know if that's right. 52. I guess there'd be a real temptation to make all of the doctors doctors. 53. Team goes to Madripoor, the kind of shady South Asian country. It's basically a pirate town. Facing some mutants there. Paladin, the mercenary, hanging out with them. 60. Mondo from the first issues is back. He was spoilers. He was a traitor. He's kind of like absorbing man. He can touch whatever he touches. He can kind of turn into there. All right, and then issue 61. Got the team with their masks. It's kind of funny. Going up against Juggernaut. There. 68. Some Arthur Adams. Sweet art. Little love triangle thing going on. There. Uh, 69. Generation X. More Art Adams art. I think it was like the kids go out on the town and try to fit in, and it does not go well. 75. There, we've got the Beast coming to the Massachusetts Academy, which is the school that, I think that's who that is, right? All right, maybe. Anyway, 75. Oh, wait. Make sure I'm right. Oh, that was it. And that was it for Generation X. So let me get into their annuals. Their first annual was pretty early. I think this is where we have this, because Mondo, I think this may be when we find out that he's a traitor. Or he's back anyway. Hawaiian mutant. Right there. Generation X, there's the 95 annual through the 99 annual right there. Jubilee's parents murdered. Oh no. Then later on, actually not that long ago, we took a while in between, but we got our Generation X next series. Jubilee's back. Nature Girl. What's her name? Gemstone, something like that. And iBoy. And the team. That ran through issue 9. With Skin, also Skin back in the, getting some skin in the game. Oh, Dodson too. What do you know? And then this would have come out during the time when all the books did their legacy numbering jump, like all of them did at Marvel. So we jumped to 85, which is, where it would have been if they hadn't renumbered. There, 85 through 87. go. More Dodsons. So, lots of Dodsons. And I've got Generation X and Gen 13. Crossover with the image characters. Back when they used to do a lot of those. There. I think there's one that's the other way around, which I guess we'll see in a second. Got this Generation X holiday special. Your basic Christmas story. There. Generation X Underground special. So this Jim My Food, who did Underground Comics, and they had him do this issue that was all black and white and kind of in that rough style, and not sure what they were going for there, but we only got one of them, so I guess it didn't work out for him very well. And we have generic comic books. So for those of you who are on the younger side, so you know how you can go to a grocery store and there will be like Kraft macaroni and cheese, and then there will be some store brand, you know, whatever store, like Kroger brand macaroni and cheese, and it's basically the same thing, right? When that concept was first created, it wasn't store brands. It was this generic. Everything was this very basic packaging, and it was generic macaroni and cheese. So it was all white packet boxes with black lettering on it, just literally just telling you what was in it without any, you know, showiness. And so kind of as a joke about that, this is a generic comic book, and this is literally, you know, kind of how it looked with the with those boxes looked, with the description of what was inside and that kind of thing. So that's the gag there, and there's some character in there that I don't think we ever saw again. I ended up somewhere along the line with issue 6 of Gene Roddenberry's Lost Universe. Gene Roddenberry got drunk at some point and scribbled something on a napkin, and they made a TV show out of it, or made a comic book series out of it. So that's issue 6 of that. We have Genesis from DC. The premise there is there was an explosion of energy, divine energy at some point, and when that energy passed over the earth, then that is when the physics altered such that superpowers work and became a thing. And so that something nullifies that, or there's another wave of the opposite energy, and everybody loses their powers. That's the Genesis crossover in a nutshell. Issue 1 through issue 4 ties into some new gods, the source, that kind of stuff. Then Malibu Publishing had their Genesis one-shot, which has a lot of their characters in it, and of course I have it because this is a George Perez wraparound cover. Even I don't know who half of these people are. There's Airman, I know him, and the Fury. There's somebody's butt. Is it a butt? No, that's a glove. Sorry, I just saw the head. Thought that was a... Okay, never mind. The ferret. There's a ferret. That's who that is. Cadillacs and... or I don't know. Dinosaurs. Lots of dinosaurs. Anyway. There you go. Genesis. We have GeNext. This was an out of continuity series. where we see the idea is, what if they, again, if they let the characters age a bit and then they get married, have children, and this is the next generation of the X-Men, as in the children of the originals. So this is issue 1 of that through issue 5, right there. And then that was so popular, it got a sequel, and GeNext United, and then that was issue 1 through issue 5. Of course, we've got some, is this, I think, Art Germ or Art Germ-esque covers on this one. So some pretty sweet covers on that. Next, we've got Genis-Vell, Captain Marvel, one of the flashback series that Marvel has been doing for a while. This one, I believe, shows us how Rick and Genis get from being, Genis was Legacy, and he was wearing that suit, and how he became the version that we picked up on in his first series. See our previous video of Captain Marvel for more information. Issue 1 through issue 5 is a play on the death of Captain Marvel, where the original Marvel died. He's kind of, the cover had the figure of death, and he's cradled by it, and of course it has the versions of all the heroes as that at that time. This is, of course, the way they all look now at the time of this publication. We've got genLOCK, which I don't know much about. I think it was a game. Well, it's a hit animated series. I'm not sure why I got this, but I do remember it came out during the pandemic, and I wasn't sure. I don't know that even I've got through issue 5. I don't know if it was finished. I remember something about it, the last issue not coming out, or being digital only, or something like that. But that's issues 1 and 5. People who put their consciousness into these big robots, as you do. As mentioned earlier, there was a when the Marvel and DC do crossovers, whether it's with each other or with other companies, you'll frequently see them done in pairs. And what they do is they let each company does a crossover of something, and then that way, because they're not all getting together to publish the book, they're just letting the other company publish something. So I'll let you publish this, and then you let me publish that, kind of thing. So the Generation X Gen 13 was probably published by Marvel. The Gen 13 Generation X is probably published by Image. And it's just after that, it's just about permissions and letting them get away with it. But this is another crossover of those teams. This one's in full color 3D edition right there. How can you be full color and 3D? Got Gen 13, The Real World, art by Humberto Ramos. There. Don't have a lot of that. George Perez's Sirens. Okay, so big fan of George Perez. This happened towards the end of his career. It was a completely self-done series. He wrote it, he drew it, and all of the characters are, as I understand it, based on female cosplayers, or at least their likenesses are based on female cosplayers that he knew. But I didn't, as much as I love him, and the art is beautiful, even here towards the end when his vision is starting to go, I didn't find the story very, appealing. But this is issue 1, and there are lots of variants and stuff through issue 6 right there. And as part of the second Secret Wars, one of the various mini-series that came out was Ghost Racers. So instead of it being Ghost Riders, and it was just kind of this world where they're constantly, all these versions of Ghost Rider are racing each other. It's issue 1 through issue 4 there. Alright, so then that gets us into Ghost Rider. And I don't have a ton of Ghost Rider. I've got, because I lit the Essential Ghost Rider. I've got 1 or 2 of those. And I've got where they reprinted some of it in the books called The Original Ghost Rider Returns, or just The Original Ghost Rider, which we'll see that when we get to the O's. So we kind of pick up for me with issue 51 right there, fighting a big truck that has eyes. That's kind of scurry. 53. That's a cool cover, dude. Bob Budiansky and Joe Rubenstein. There. The Orb, man, the Orb turns up every once in a while. Sometimes I get him mixed up with 8-Ball, but to be so ridiculous looking, he manages to turn up and be evil every once in a while. That's issue 54. First appearance of the Orb. And 56. Teaming up with the Old West Knight Rider, who was originally called Ghost Rider in the original series, and then they decided to keep it from getting confusing, because I think they were still publishing westerns and reprinting those stories, so they changed it to Knight Rider. And they're going up against Moondark. Issue 57 right there. This probably should be in a pack, but I was doing some pressing and didn't get it back into the previous pack. 58. Bill Sienkiewicz, before he's, crazy Bill Sienkiewicz there. And I don't have any, it's not a key as far as I know. 59. More Moondark. Water Wizard. Water Demon. Surf's Up. 61. Continuing his fight with the Water Wizard. There. Pack 62. The Arabian Night. I think we probably, there was an arc in the Hulk where the Hulk went around and had a bunch of first appearances of international heroes, so I don't want to say that this is the first appearance of Arabian Night. It could be. That's Ghost Rider 62. 66. Bob Layton, Wail of the Wind Witch. Wail of the Sandwich. And 67, which I believe must be the last issue. Given that it's a big boy book. There. Let me know in the comments if that's not right. So then we go to the next series, which I have a little bit more of. That being more of a during my prime collecting days. As with Generation X, it has a -1 issue talking about some things that happened before the first issue. I think that might be the one where we find out his sister was supposed to be the Ghost Rider. Then we have, there you go, first Danny Ketch. First Danny Ketch as Ghost Rider. Right there, Javier Salperez. Issue 2. There. Bringing him back. We brought back the Ghost Rider. There, issue 2 through issue 8. Facing, what is it, Blackout? So, there. Issue 9. Getting all mixed up with X Factor and the Morlocks. Just try to pump up the sales, get some mutants in there. Issue 12. Teaming up with Doctor Strange. Well, maybe not teaming up. Maybe teaming up is not the right word. Issue 13. Don't remember. There. Issue 16. Got Johnny Blaze is back with his Hellfire shotgun, some Spider-Man, some Hobgoblin. Please buy our book. Some cool team up going on there. Just continuing that fight with Hobgoblin, guest starring Spider-Man. 20. There. Kind of remember something about this guy being immortal and didn't want to be immortal anymore, kind of thing. So he was seeking out Ghost Rider to kill him. Issue 21. Joe Quesada. Artwork on that cover. Before he was Joe Quesada. There, Ghost Rider 21. 24. Mark Texiera has come on now. I think he had come on a few issues ago, but for sure, fighting that guy. Fighting that guy from the X-Men, from the Magneto's dude. 24. Issue 25. Double-sized milestone 25th issue. We made it to issue 25, therefore it's a milestone. Kind of a fold-out cover deal going on there. Issue 28. Now we're getting into some good times for collectors at the time. The rise of the Midnight Suns kind of created this imprint of the spooky books, and there were 5 or 6 of them, Ghost Rider being one of them. Andy Kubert on the art right there. part 1 of the first storyline in that. Stories would jump around between the different series. Issue 29, Wolverine paying a visit. Issue 32, of course, trying to separate Danny from the Ghost Rider. 33 versus Madcap. Madcap is a very Deadpool-esque character who he came first. He's nuts. He doesn't do fourth wall breaking, but other than that, he's very crazy, and he has a gun that shoots bubbles, and if the bubbles touch you, you go crazy as well. And so he doesn't. It's a little unclear, what his goals are because he's crazy. He had first appeared in Captain America. That's issue 33 with Madcap. Issue 36. Daredevil taking on a succubus and Mr. Hyde. Issue 37. Got Archangel joining the fight here. Okay. Issue 40. Again, another crossover across all of the Midnight Suns books. They all did this black cover thing. I don't think you're seeing it any better than I am at the moment. You can get it in just the right light. Is this the one? No, I think this is just straight up. It's just straight up black, but it's a different kind of texture to the cover. '41. Some more crossing over Road to Vengeance arc across several books. Bringing back Blackout and what's her name? Lilith. Is that Lilith? Was that her name? 41. This is the one that's got 44's got an image that I can't make it out. You might be able to make it out in the video, but Siege of Darkness there. Um, 45, just a beauty. Just a beauty cover, Ron Garney. Right there. Blood. 48. This other cop, Badilino, has got a spirit in him now, and he's vengeance. So he's like another Ghost Rider. He's teaming up with Spider-Man, as you do. We got 49, Vengeance, going up against the Hulk. There. Issue 52. Shriker. Hellgate. There's some very Ghost Rider stuff going on right there. We've got Blackout. We've got Salvador LaRocca coming on, who would go on to do a lot of stuff. Lots of some Superman and some X-Men stuff. The Extreme X-Men series. So getting his feet wet here on Ghost Rider. There through 68 or 58, something ending in 8. Look right there, Glenn. 58. There. Then there's a jump. I've got some of the rest of them on my list. And editing this in here because I forgot. They're in the other box, the big boy box, issue 75. Right there. Vengeance versus, I think, newsstand versus Ghost Rider. Right there. But that's where my kind of contiguous stuff ends. But we've got we jumped to issue 82. Pop Man. Jumping on here, Ghost Rider's got his red suit. Howard the Duck, who I also saw in Generation X. He was making the round. Those two series kind of, Generation X and this series kind of ran roughly around the same time. But 82 and 83 there. I've been focusing on some of the last issues just to get them before they get any more expensive. So I've got 84 right here, fighting some vampires. Beware the daughter of Dracula. There. Shoot, 85. There, oops. 5. Possessed by the sinister scarecrow. There. Couple more lesser priced, 86. There. And 87. There. 88. Big boy book. Again, we're just getting into towards the end. The print runs are lower. I have managed to find some very fine and near mints, and so the prices are a little higher on those. So that's why they're getting the red dot treatment. 89. There. Guy and his dog get magically turned into one being. And then editing in issue 90. Right there. Where he goes back to his blue. Goes back to his leather. Regular leather colors there. Quit hitting the camera, Glenn. 92. There. So, I guess that's the second to last issue. The last issue is 93, which I don't have per se. But then after 93, they canceled the series, like on a cliffhanger. They didn't warn them ahead of time that 93 was going to be the last issue. They just cut it off. So years and years later, they came out with issue 94, which reprints 93, just kind of so you can, warm up for what you're, about to read. And then they published the intended final issue. So if you find issue 94, also aka Ghost Rider finale, you're actually getting 93 and 94 in terms of stories. So that's why 93 is not necessarily on my list. It's expansive. Alright, and there were some annuals. Right here. Vampire dude. Ghost Rider fighting all these vampires. He doesn't have any neck. He doesn't have any blood. Issue 1. Another reference to the Scarecrow, Marvel's Scarecrow. Kind of not quite as big a name as the DC Scarecrow. All right, and then you get lots of miniseries, and I lose track of which is what. So we'll kind of go by the writer. This is a Garth Ennis Ghost Rider. There, Clayton Crane artwork, issue 1 through issue 6 on that one. I read all these, but didn't really necessarily read them in order, so probably would get them mixed up even if I try to tell you. Daniel Way and Texera is back on this one, issue 1 through issue 4 on that. This series ran for a while, and at some point Jace and Aaron comes on. This is because I just had to file this the other day and had to make sure I got it in the right spot. Jace and Aaron comes on, and we've got the Blaze and Danny Ketch at war, and this is a trade that captures 26 through 32 of that series. And then about the time of the Fear Itself crossover, they started the series over again, and I've just got issue 1 of that one. I think the rest of these are all kind of on the want list as I find them. Then we've got another Ghost Rider series. I think this could be considered the point where maybe I'm willing to always put it on my shopping list. Issue 1 right there. Aaron Cooter art, if I remember his name right. There's issue 7 there. Got the next series is by Benjamin Percy. 50 years at this point. Benjamin Percy, Ghost Rider number 1 through number 4. There. Ooh, clear for you. Issue 5. Lots of riders of various types. Moon Knight. Black Widow. I think Captain America is in this one, wasn't he? Anyway. Issue 5. Through issue 8. This is Blaze, and he's got a kind of a witchy romantic co-star there. And issue 9. This terrifying creature is chasing him across the United States. And then issue 12 is, I believe, checking the next box, I believe the last issue of that one, and it is the last issue in this box. Okay, that was box number 69. Next time we'll do box number 70. We will start off with some more Ghost Rider, and we will get into lots of things. Some more Ghost Rider, some giant size stuff, some gold this, some Gotham that, and end up with gravity. So I very much hope that you'll be here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great day.